Welcome to the Leave Your Legacy podcast with host Brittany Sewell. That's me. And if you notice, this is different from a podcast. This is also a vlog. That is VLOG, video blog. So I thought I would change things up this month with my sugar-free update and my Leave Your Legacy podcast. I thought I would join y'all, make it a little bit more personal. Felt like since 2015 was starting my no sugar journey and starting the Leave Your Legacy podcast, I was getting a little bit more personal with you, my followers, my readers, my friends, getting to know you a little more. You can hear my voice. You kind of have a voice to BrittanySewell.com. But I thought I'd get a little bit more personal and let you see my face as well. So here I am, Brittany Sewell from BrittanySewell.com, and I will admit I did not launch a blog, or I did not launch a podcast in March. And if you want to know the truth, it's because I was having some technical difficulties with linking my podcast to iTunes. So I thought I would try the video, and if all works great, this should be a video on the blog, or you can listen to it via your iTunes app via a podcast. So get ready, and thanks for joining me. Okay, so let's just jump right into my update on how it's been going. I've been about 3 months sugar-free. That's starting mid-January to now. So really 3.5 months sugar-free, and honestly, it's been going pretty great. If you haven't listened to where I began with this journey or my updates before, you can find the links below this video or in the blog at Leave Your Legacy Podcasts on the tab on the top. And you can hear about how I started this journey, why I started, and how it's been going. But for now, I'm getting into month 4, close to it. And so, how's it been going? Well, I'll admit, Easter was hard because Easter is my favorite holiday. I love Easter. I specifically love Starburst jelly beans and the Whopper robin eggs. Oh my word. So last year I was pregnant during Easter and I was eating those things up. That was one time I definitely overindulged. I think I had several packs of Starburst jelly beans all to myself, and I had no remorse because I was pregnant. I could do it. But I remember even thinking last year, being pregnant, I thought, you know what, next year I am going to make a pact that I'm not going to eat candy during Easter. Even though it's my favorite holiday, I love the candy. Even like the little sweet tarts that you can get that are the little bunnies and chicks, love those. I mean, Easter is my favorite, and I usually go stock up on the candy, but last year I even told myself, I'm not going to get it this next year. And I was thinking it was going to be really hard, but honestly, because I had given up sugar, I was about 2.5 to 3 months sugar-free, and so it was really kind of easy. But coming up to Easter, I was like, we need some kind of treat. So if you check out my blog from just recently, I shared the chocolate treat that I made. I was so excited. I had chocolate for Easter, and it was sugar-free. I used 100% cocoa, a bar of cocoa, and then I put honey to sweeten it, and then I made basically Reese's peanut butter cups. But I used a nut butter instead, not just peanut butter. But it was awesome, and so it was a treat I gave to my husband instead of going out and buying candy for Easter, and it was great for me because I had chocolate, and it was so yummy. But, so, that's kind of how things have been. I've just been kind of finding alternatives to what I can't eat. And what I'm trying not to do, I guess one of the things I struggle with is looking just at sugar-free and being like, oh, it's sugar-free, so I'll just eat it, instead of, would I originally eat this before I went sugar-free? So let me give you an example. We were traveling and we stopped at a gas station. And I know when you travel, I don't know about you, but I get really snacky because growing up, what'd you do? You stocked up on snacks, your drinks, your candy, your chips, whatever you want so that you're occupied during the traveling in the car. And so there's something about whenever you get in the car for a road trip, whether it's 2 or 10 hours, there's something in me that's like, ooh, I need food. I need something to keep me busy. And so we stopped. Legitimately, we were hungry. We needed a snack. It wasn't just, oh, let me occupy my mouth with food while we're driving. But I was looking around and I bought corn nuts, which is random and probably not that bad for you, but it had no sugar. So I was like, hey, I'll eat these. But there were some chips and things that had no sugar as well. And I kind of got a couple things and I was like, I ate it. But then I thought about it later and I was like, all I looked at was that it had no sugar. But originally, before I went no sugar, when I was just eating, having a healthy lifestyle, I wouldn't have eaten that normally. I would have found something that was better for me, whether it was some nuts or a fruit, something that was better for me, not just these random chips because they had no sugar. And so what I found I struggled with during month 3 was that I would just focus on the no sugar. And so whenever I'd get snacky, I'd just eat something with no sugar, but really it had no nutritious value, nothing good for me. So I've had to kind of rein that in and realize that I need to eat what I would normally eat during my healthy lifestyle, the normal life that I live. And so I've gotten better at that over the past few weeks, but that was just kind of a rough patch because it's easy to just do that, to just focus on the one thing, the sugar content in food, and not focus on all the other things. And so if you are trying to be sugar-free or trying to do less sugar, be sure you aren't replacing nutritious food with crap, processed foods, packaged, nasty food that I would not suggest you eating just because it says there's no sugar, because that is not good for you. I'd rather you eat some sugar than go to that. So fruit, that's always a good choice, especially like I told you in the last podcast, especially if you're craving something sweet, your body's saying, give me something sweet, eat the fruit, and have the natural sugars that are in them. Just keep that limited. And so here I am going on to month 4, and really it's been fun. I'm excited because my son's first birthday is coming up soon, so that will be the next step. Something I'll be doing is making him a birthday cake. And so I've been trying out different birthday cakes, and I honestly haven't found one that I love. I mean, they're good for me, but I know other people aren't going to be like, oh, this is so good. They're going to be like, oh, this tastes weird. So I really want to find a cake recipe that I can do with no sugar that other people will love as well. Because I know with me going sugar-free, my taste buds have changed. So things are overly sweet to me if they're sweetened with sugar. And so for people who eat sugar on a normal basis, if they eat something maybe I baked, it might not be quite up to par for their taste buds. And so I really want to make it where they will still think it tastes good, even if it's not as sweet as normal for them, but it'll also be great for me, my son, and my family who has gone sugar-free. So like I said, with even the cake for my son's birthday or different things, it's been really fun to try different recipes or try to find ways for me and my family to eat maybe even some normal things like pastries, which love pastries, I love those blueberry muffins. Find that recipe on my blog. It's awesome, sugar-free, yummy, love those. And you just have to find some things you just want to find that you can still eat. And so I've been finding different recipes that I can eat and make that are sugar-free for my family, and it's been awesome. It's been fun to try. I feel like I've been in the kitchen probably double the amount that I used to be, but I'm really enjoying it. And so one of the resources I use, and I love this book, this is called I Quit Sugar by Sarah Wilson, I believe. Yes, this is a great resource if you're looking to decrease the amount of sugar that you and your family are eating, or if you're looking to give it up altogether. She actually says no honey, but I do honey because it's a natural sugar and I'm okay with it. But she actually says not to do honey even, but she gives tons of recipes, tons of information to teach you things in the beginning. Her book is very user-friendly, it's a fun read. Really, I love the way it's laid out. Her personality comes out in it. It's great, and it'll even take you on an 8-week journey to give up sugar, and it'll show you tips on how to do that. Great substitutions for cooking, some great recipes. I'm actually going to try her cake recipe soon before my son's birthday, so like next week, to see if I like it for his birthday. But definitely check this out. I know you can get it at Target or on Amazon. It's about a $25 book, but it is one of my favorite resources and one I've really been focusing on lately. And one thing that I've learned, especially reading this book, is something I've really started to recognize and think about is, one thing she says is when you're giving up sugar, when you're going through this process and taking sugar out of your eating habits, out of your diet, that don't even think about it as I'm giving up sugar forever, I'm done. That may be a really hard concept to grasp, and that might not even be what you want to do. But what she said is think about it as you're resetting resetting your cravings, resetting your taste buds. And really, I've seen that in myself. And I don't know if you ever go through stages where you feel like you're just controlled by your cravings. Like you just constantly feel hungry day after day, or you're always snacky, or you get in this place where you've just been eating sweets after sweets and you just can't rein it in. You can't figure out a good balance. You can't find your way back to eating good whole foods because you're just driven by the cravings, the desire for sweet things because you've been indulging in them. And so giving up sugar or taking this journey, even if it's just her 8-week journey, maybe not a year long like I'm doing, it will help reset your body, reset your cravings. And it will be hard at the beginning, definitely, because it is a detox from sugar. But you will reset that. And so then you'll start operating from, well, am I hungry? Is my body saying I'm hungry? Okay, I'll eat. And I'll eat something that's good for me, that's going to fill me up. Not something that's going to trigger, oh, I'm hungry over and over just because it wants sugar, when really your body's full. And so just think about it that way, even that if you're going to take this journey or you just want to try some things, try to eliminate some things, that you're not doing it forever. You're just doing it to reset your body, because doesn't it feel better just to be in control a little bit? I know we all have a sense of wanting to be in control of our lives, and so it's not fun when we're driven by our cravings, when all we want to do is just eat everything in our pantry. I mean, come on. I even still go through that sometimes. It's just, I just need more, and really your body is fine. And so getting to a place where your body is in control, not those hormones that are saying, I need sugar, but so getting that place where you can understand, okay, I'm hungry, I'm going to eat this really good food for me, I'm going to be full and satisfied, and I can go about my life and not be controlled by food and sugar. So I want to encourage you with that you can take a small journey or even small steps and just gain a little bit of control back, because it feels good to be in control. It feels good to rein in your cravings and be able to make good choices, healthy choices for you, for your family, and so that you're leaving that healthy and active lifestyle legacy. So another thing I've been struggling with lately, or maybe not struggling, just wrestling with in my own mind, I've been having conversations with various people about this, and just wanted to kind of share it. I shared a little bit about it on my blog on a recent Mommy Monday post, and talked about just finding balance. Like, what does it look like to find the balance of no sugar or healthy foods, when even if you do everything right in your home, your children and yourself, you're still going to be exposed to junk food, to unhealthy foods, where you're going to have to make a choice, or your children, which is a little bit scarier, are going to have to make their own choice of what they're going to eat later, whether it's when they're grown or whether they're 5 and at a birthday party. So that's just a wrestling question, a struggle that I've even been approached with by several moms that are my friends. Just where do they find that balance? Am I going to raise a kid who, like my friend specifically said, am I going to raise a child who has never tried macaroni and cheese? Like, am I depriving my child? Because that's like a kid food, a fun food to eat. I mean, I ate macaroni and cheese all the time. But one, I think there's ways to make macaroni and cheese without doing it the processed way, just the boxes. It's a little bit more work, but you can make your own. And two, I think I'm just in thinking about these questions and wrestling with it in my own mind, what I decided is that I'm going to live the lifestyle I want to live in my home with my family. And if that means no Easy Mac, no macaroni and cheese, then I'm not going to do macaroni and cheese. Or if that means we're going sugar-free for the rest of our lives, well, we'll do that in our home. But I know I'm not naive to the fact that my child will be exposed to sugar or sugar-infested, I like to use that word, sorry, sugar-infested juices at birthday parties, things like that I would never have in my home. And he's going to be exposed to that, and he's going to have to make a choice of whether he wants it or he doesn't. And most likely, he's a kid, he'll probably choose he wants it. Why not? He's never had it, or he's seen it, or he's tried it and he wants it. I mean, it is good. It's not like it doesn't taste good. So he'll probably try it. But my hope is that I will share why we're doing this, why we eat differently, why we eat healthier or don't eat some of the things that maybe his friends eat. And those things will be instilled in him, and he'll have an appreciation for that. And even if he tries it, maybe he'll be able to not overindulge. He'll try a cookie at a party and be fine with just having one, and then he'll go back and play with his friends. Along with that, just not wanting our lives to revolve around food. So hopefully, even in the same sense, he'll be so busy playing with his friends, he won't be over-consumed with all the snacks that are there. So things like that. So what I say to that question of, where's the balance? Like, Am I going to be the weird mom that doesn't ever let my kids have junk food? Or am I going to be the weird person that brings my snacks to a friend's house because all they're having is jelly beans and chips? Am I going to bring my whatever it is that's your go-to snack? Yeah, maybe you will be weird. Maybe you will be different. But one, you're going to inspire people because you're leaving your legacy. You are going to impact people. They're going to see that you're different. Yeah, they'll probably think it's weird, but they may think twice next time they go buy the sugar-infested foods. And two, live your life like you know you're supposed to. Live it with passion. Live it to the fullest in the way that you desire. You want to live a healthy lifestyle, you live a healthy lifestyle. You instill that in your children. And then hopefully they're going to grow to have those same values because it's important. I know I've shared a lot of my story on my blog with you about growing up and eating junk food and how I've learned as I've gotten older to eat healthier. And it is a value to me, to my family, to be healthy because, like I mentioned before, I believe that when you are eating healthy, when you're living an active lifestyle, that you're living your best life because you're able to be happy, you're healthy, you can move physically, your body actually move, you can feel good inside, outside, you have control over your cravings, you don't have ups and downs of sugar highs, and you're just satisfied and happy with life. So I truly believe that when you're living that healthy and active lifestyle, that you're living your best life. So live the life that you want to live, even if that's different, and you're going to impact people around you. And so I invite you, like always, join me to live a leave your legacy lifestyle because it is important. Whether you have children or whether you're single, you're going to impact people around you. I've even seen strangers at their grocery store that ask me questions because of what they see in my grocery cart. No matter what you're doing, you are impacting people. And even if they give you a weird look, they're really thinking, maybe I should take some tips from her. So live a life that is leaving a healthy and active lifestyle legacy and be proud of that and walk proudly in it, and also be loving to people. Don't judge people because they're eating the junk food, but just encourage them and just be who you are in it, and you will impact lives. So summer is coming up, which means for me, sweet tea, snow cones, Sonic cherry limeades, they are my go-to. That's what you get before you go to the pool, after the pool. It's a summer norm. So not sure what I'm going to do about that, but I can already feel the challenge coming up in me. It's going to be the summer sugary drinks that I really do love because whenever you feel the warm weather, when you're at the park or at the pool, you just want that fruity summer drink to sip on while you're in the sun and in the water. So I'll be sharing more about how I'm handling that down in May whenever summer really kicks into gear. But I know that will be an exciting challenge. I have started just putting lemon water in my fridge in a big jug because I do like lemon water. I love water in general. I never really drank Cokes and stuff anyway, so that hasn't been a struggle. But just during the summer, the sweet tea, I am from Texas, so sweet tea is like a go-to drink. I love it. So that will be different, but I'm excited to see what to do differently and try to have a sugar-free drink, but still be able to enjoy something fun and summery while I'm at the pool. But on the same note, if you're looking for some great sugar-free healthy recipes, you can look on my blog at www.brittnysewell.com. I've created a tab on the top. It's sugar-free recipes, so go there, check out the recipes that I've been trying and I've created, and I'll be adding more, I'm sure, as we go along this journey because I'm constantly trying new things. Speaking of, I even made a homemade sugar-free ketchup and barbecue sauce recently because we were going to make ribs. I needed barbecue sauce, and I have yet to find one with no sugar at the store, so I was like, here I go, making my own barbecue sauce, and I used the recipe from I Quit Sugar, except for I changed it up a bit and made it kind of my own. But I first made her ketchup recipe and then used some of the ketchup to make the barbecue sauce, and even my husband liked it, so I'm pretty proud of that because sometimes my husband is hard to please whenever it comes to food because he likes his food. So that was exciting, but check out the blog for recipes and for updates on how this is going, and be sure to subscribe to the Leave Your Legacy vlog now, my YouTube channel. Hit the subscribe button down there, And be sure to follow me on my blog at www.brittnysewell.com, and on social media, my handle is @BrittneySewell. So follow me, check out my journey, and please comment on this blog. Tell me what you think about the video. Do you like it? Do you like the podcast better? Tell me what you're thinking, because I want to do what you're going to like, what you're going to have time for and listen to and watch. And so I would love to get to know y'all more. I'm excited for you to know my face, know my voice, and just get a little bit more personal in this journey. So we'll see how things go. Summer's coming, and it's going to be good and have a lot of challenges. So next month, look for the May Leave Your Legacy vlog / podcast, and I will be sharing with you how my summer's going, how my son's birthday party went, and the homemade cake I made, and just more about my journey. So leave any questions you have in the comments, or anything you're looking for. Maybe there's a favorite recipe that you have, but you cannot figure out how to make it sugar-free. Let me know. I'd love to play with it and try. And yeah, so leave me comments below and let me know what you think. Thanks for joining me for the Leave Your Legacy vlog, and be sure to subscribe. Love ya!